Good morning everybody. Today we're gonna do some sketching here in my sketchbook. That's one way I like to start my morning, besides stepping outside with a coffee for a few minutes and just enjoying the morning. It's so nice having a day off, and drawing really gets me in a relaxed state of mind. And today I was in the mood to draw animals again. I did like a lot of videos on sketching people, sketching faces, but today I was in the mood to just quickly sketch some animals. And when I say quickly, I mean the outcomes of this are not supposed to be very polished, nice drawings. It's just to sit down and just have a fun time drawing, and also experimenting with a little bit of fur. I'm gonna make a couple of drawings here in this video, and some go way better than others, especially when it comes to drawing fur. It's one of the things that I still need to get better at, so that's a great way of practicing it. But my approach is quite simple. I start with a graphite underdrawing, like just a sketch of everything, and then I go in with my fine liners or my ballpoint pens or my ink pens or whatever they're called, and then sketch out the fur, and I'm really making sure that I see in which direction the fur is growing and going. I think there needs to be a lot of shadow in the fur, obviously, because it's overlapping, so there are darker spots and lighter spots, and just indicating it more than anything. All the definitions of the face and of everything are covered in fur. It's important to indicate that we're using the fur, so it doesn't look like it has just a naked skull, but that there's like hairs growing out of it, and they're laying on top of the definition of everything. So yeah, it sounds very complicated, but it's really not. You know, just watch me sketch and make my mistakes. Why I was inspired to draw elk and stuff like this is sometimes in the morning, when I'm just sitting there with my coffee and with my breakfast, I like to watch Meat Eater on Netflix, which is a great show with Steve Ranella. I really love the guy, and I love being outdoors, and I love animals, and so this just goes right into it all. Yeah, so usually I watch these animals getting hunted, and so now I thought let's bring them to life here on a piece of paper in my sketchbook. So the first one that I'm doing here is a moose, which is such a cool but terrifying animal. They're so much larger than people think, at least according to Joe Rogan. I've never seen one in real life, even though I might look Swedish, I'm not. So, or are there so many moose in Sweden? Yes, they are. Yes, but I think they're more in Canada or Alaska, something like that. I don't know. All places that I've never been to, neither Sweden nor Canada or Alaska. All places that I still want to go. But enough rambling about moose. Let's just talk about the drawings. Now, but just really relaxed sketching here, and just not worrying too much about how the outcome looks. And yeah, and just going loose with it and just filling a page here in my sketchbook and just enjoying it. I'm also using a Staedtler fine liner for the more finer fur, which is something that I didn't do in the next drawing, which is this elk. What I did wrong with the elk is just clearly the fur is way too thick and way too long on the face. The graphite underdrawing was quite okay. I did use bad reference in my defense, where you didn't really see the definition of the face, so I kind of had to guess a little bit more, and I was too lazy to look up other images on Google. So yeah, it looks a little bit like a dog with antlers, doesn't it? So yeah, not quite a fail, but not as I would have hoped it turned out. But that's why I did another deer at the bottom right corner. I think it's the last drawing that I'm doing is just a small deer, where I'm using a finer pen, giving it more definition and taking more time to really get the face right. So I'm also doing a little mountain goat, which is an animal that I got to know because of Meat Eater. I only know in Austria they're called gams, these mountain goats. But the way that these things look, the white furry ones, I've never seen them before. So Meat Eater introduced me to those things. I've never seen those animals before. They look very, very fantasy-like, you know, like in some sort of fantasy world. Here in Austria we only have the gums. But yeah, super cool animals. Sketching is fun as usual, and again, each of those animals has a little bit of a different fur, so that's what I'm trying to get right. Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna do here is this little deer. I gave it some small antlers. So yeah, just taking my time here. I think I actually took the longest. I think the sketch actually took the longest. Yeah, the deer, because I really tried to contain myself a little bit and make it better than the elk, which didn't go as well as I hoped. So I'm trying to redeem myself a little bit with my animal face drawing skills here by taking my time on the deer and just making sure I get the facial features right and everything, and giving it some more definition and some more thought, and yeah. Alright everybody, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you around on the channel, okay? Like, subscribe, if you like it, and leave me a comment. You know, tell me something. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys say, so yeah. Hope I see you around on the channel, okay? Take care, bye bye.